Alright everybody, welcome back to game number 3 between MakaPrime and oGs.TheWind. This is the series finale in the G-Star All-Stars tournament, and whoever wins this game will go on to the semifinals to face off against... I forgot to look him up, so I still haven't looked up the player who will be playing against the winner of this tournament, or of this series, so I do apologize about that, but whoever he will be playing, you know, best of luck to whoever wins this tournament, or this series. So yeah, this is going to be on Jungle Basin, which is actually a nice map for Terran against Zerg, in my opinion. The reasoning is because, yes, I know that there is this location here. Yes, Zerg players can grab this early on. They can get the 14 hatch. I know a lot of Terrans and Protoss hate that. And it looks like, well, oGs.TheWind is just going to be moving out with the scouting drone. I thought that was going to build the hatchery there. But yes, Zerg players can grab this expo, but then the question remains, where do they get the third? There really is no place on this map that is safe for a Zerg player to grab a third expansion. You can try this area right here, but it is so close to the Terran that it's very, very dangerous. And of course, you can try this area back here, but it's just so far away, and it's just out in the cuts. It's out in the boonies that it's just not, it's not a good place. It's not a good map for Zerg in general, unless the Zerg tries to end the game early on, maybe on 2 bases. So maybe an Eco Baneling bus is a viable strategy for oGs.TheWind. But look at this, we have 2 barracks coming up. So MakaPrime will be forcing the hand of oGs.TheWind early on, and he will be opening up with, once again, early aggression. And of course, look at this. This forces the Wind to not get that early expansion. He's actually going to have to get the 14 gas, 14 pool to deal with the 2 barracks. And so, even though this map, you know, the one chance that Zerg has is to grab that early expo and try to do something early on, MakaPrime is not going to give that benefit to oGs.TheWind, and oGs.TheWind now will have to make something happen. He's gonna first he's gonna have to defend off the early barracks attack, and then he's gonna have to figure out his game plan strategy from there. And most likely, if you're Zerg, like if you're oGs.TheWind right now, you just don't want to go into a super late game against a Terran on this map for the reasons I stated above. So we'll see what happens. It looks like the Wind will be throwing up a Roach Warren, so he is going to be going for a 1-base Roach play. I do apologize right there if you guys heard that. That was actually my microphone. I was waving my arms around and I just hit the microphone, so I do apologize about that. But we do have a Roach Warren coming up from oGs.TheWind. He will not be getting early speed, and he is going to be getting the hatchery. So I like this. Obviously, Marines are not very good against Roaches until the Terran player can get Marauders out. And oh wow, look at this, a lot of barracks before the command center. This is 4 barracks, and are we gonna see a CC? No, we are not. MakaPrime here will be making a very, very early aggressive move with mass Marines in this game, and I don't know if this is actually may play out in favor of oGs.TheWind, because he's going for Roaches, and if oGs.TheWind can get about, you know, just a large army of Roaches right here, then it's going to be difficult for Marines to bust through. But keep in mind, there is still this backdoor entrance into the Zerg player's base, and of course into the Terran's base as well. So I'm very interested to see if MakaPrime is going to be pushing out with these Marines and how much damage he's going to be able to do. It looks like he will be waiting for Stimpack. He's actually got dual gas mining right now, so he actually may get Stimpack, and then possibly, I don't know why he's getting so much gas. Maybe he's going to try to add in some mech as well. But he's got a lot of gas going on right now. As we switch over to his first-person player cam, he is entirely focused on this puny SCV, which just built the supply depot, and he's going to be doing some scouting action at the center of the map. Good scoot and shoot right here from his Marine, and good micro from the Zerg player, pulling his Zerglings back. Well, very, very good micro from both these players. As we switch over to oGs.TheWind's first-person player cam, working on his creep spread right there, and he's bringing those 2 injured Zerglings back home to heal at base. And we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. Is MakaPrime gonna push out soon? He's still biding his time. He's got so much gas, ladies and gentlemen. What is he doing with all this gas? he's got almost 300 gas right now, guys, and he still hasn't thrown down anything, which would tell me why he's getting so much gas early on. Perhaps he's going to try to go with early factory into starports with Banshees, but really not necessary to get that much gas this early on. He's actually pulling SCVs right now. Is he doing some kind of delayed, modified Foxer build with Marauders included? This could be very, very deadly, and we do have the SCV with gas in hand. So he is a terrorist at heart. He is ready to just blow blow himself up for the greater cause. Here we go. Here we go. He's actually going to lead the charge. Here comes the Marines and the Marauders and the SCVs, but Banelings awaiting the early attack from MakaPrime, and I think those Banelings are going to force MakaPrime to fall back. Maybe he should just throw some bunkers up here and just cut his losses, but nope. SCVs will actually go all the way back home now. So, MakaPrime here is having a bit of difficulty making up his mind. He's actually going to push in with these Marauders. What is he doing? Oh my goodness, the Marauders have all gone down. Now the Banelings, very, very possible that they're going to take out all these Marines, but good micro. Oh, some of the Marines taking massive damage. But it looks like that MakaPrime will have enough forces to continue pushing forward. 18 Lings on the way for oGs to win. So when those Lings pop out, the Wind should be able to hold this off very, very easily. Do note the Harvester tab, relatively even slight favor in terms of the Zerg. With more Banelings on the way and Lings as well, I think oGs.TheWind should be able to hold this off with ease. MakaPrime here is overextending himself. If he doesn't fall back, he could very well lose the game right here, right now. He could lose all these Marines and Marauders. Oh my goodness, what is he doing? He's walking into a trap. There's so many Lings and Flings and Roaches. Here we go. Good micro from the Terran player, but there's just too many Banelings. Unfortunately for the Wind, though, he doesn't have Baneling speed, so oh my god, MakaPrime is doing so much damage. Incredible micro right now from Maka. He's using that stim, every last drop of that stim. The last final stim was actually used to flee. Run away, little girls, run away. That was very, very action-packed right there and intense from MakaPrime. Very good micro, but oGs.TheWind now coming out ahead. He's still got a ton of Lings and Roaches. And as suspected, there is an early starport going up, but wow, that's so much gas. 400 gas for our Terran player. Still doesn't know what to do with that extra surplus of gas. And maybe he should just give a container to every SCV and just send them away, send them out to battle. But it's not looking too good right now for MakaPrime, as oGs.TheWind now exceeding the economy of Maka at over 6 more Harvesters, and he's got pretty good saturation at the main. Could use a little bit more at the natural, but now he's actually going to start to attack the backdoor rocks of MakaPrime, and MakaPrime needs to muster his forces quickly if he's to deal with this. He's actually going to try to get a bunker up. The rocks now in the orange. 3 Marauders making their way over, and those Marauders they actually ran over with stim, and it doesn't look like the Marauders will be able to outrange these 4 Roaches, which will be able to take down these rocks. So now comes the question if MakaPrime can hold on. He's trying to get bunkers up, and oh, look at this! The Wind will actually fall back. He's not actually going to break down these rocks. That's very, very interesting that he didn't decide to attack that. Maybe he was concerned that once he broke down these rocks, that he was going to face a larger army than he would have been prepared to handle. But right now, or perhaps he's actually doesn't want to break down those rocks because he's going to try to secure this expo right now, which is actually very clever from oGs.TheWind. First, he's attacked these rocks, which has scared the Terran player on this backdoor side. So now the Terran player doesn't want to break down these rocks, and so he's never going to find this expo, or well, never, I can't say never, but he's least likely to find this expansion. And you know, like I was saying before, the Zerg player has a difficult time finding a third on this map. I think oGs.TheWind just bought himself a very good location with that clever mind game, with that clever ploy. We also have a dropship moving out here just to take out the unit at the watchtower. And the dropship also saw quite a bit of forces. Oh god, dropship, get out of there. The dropship loads up the Marines, hightails it out of the way, as oGs.TheWind actually has a couple of Mutalisks now. So the Wind is looking great. He is at 100 over 83 supply. and he's looking quite good right now. MakaPrime is gonna have to dig up something